We're gonna follow a certain structure in every VOD. Before we start, I'm just gonna say about hero discussion, team and enemy, as in team compositions. The lower the rating it is, the more team comps don't matter that much. In my opinion, it's just about playing without any mistakes. In Diamond, comps start to matter a little bit, and you kind of like need to detect the trends of what heroes are working, what heroes are not working. For example, Brig is not that strong right now, and you just need to play the strong heroes. At the moment, it's early September 2019, for people that are going to watch this on YouTube in a couple of months or maybe a year or two. Moira is very strong. The reason behind it is Sigma just got released really early, like a couple of weeks ago, and everybody's playing Sigma, and the shield is very annoying, so Moira is a very strong pick overall. Yeah, from a team comp point of view, let's see what you need to do as Moira. It says here that Diamond, Moira, Gibraltar. It being Moira only, probably the whole VOD. Yeah, I can see it's Moira only. I'm not going to talk about certain swaps you should make or stuff like that. We're just going to explain what you need to do with Moira on this team comp. So with Moira, you have this. You have Mercy as a secondary healer. With Moira, you have mass heals. You have 3 heroes that are playing together near each other. Okay, like if they don't troll and stuff, they should play together. I know there are going to be people in GM that are going to go, yeah, but Sigma needs to flank and stuff like that. It's Diamond. So probably Sigma will play Nero Risa and May will play with the tanks. And you need, your primary job as a healer is you need to identify who your healing priority should be and where you need to be positioned. In this particular team comp, Mercy can do what she wants. She's probably just going to pocket the Widow, and you're going to be the one that is going to offer mass heals to all of these people. Okay, to these 3 heroes.
Close chat from the VOD.
Maybe close chat from the VOD?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna close chat. Okay, this is better. Because I'm seeing only kick W's in the chat. So, again, your primary goal whenever you're healing, this is something that if you play a lot of... kick W, your mother. If I'm playing a lot of games and I'm in GM, I'm in Master, stuff like that, things like this, you think about them unconsciously. But if you're Diamond or below, or you're just starting a new role, you need to think what you need to do in advance. It can be as basic as in, who do I need to heal? Over here, you should know your goal is to take care of these 3 and maybe protect the Mercy when she wants to go Forest. Your job is not to primarily heal Widow or even take care of Mercy that much. Your job is just to heal up Orisa and Sigma and May. That's it. Okay? So this is the way you're gonna start. You're not gonna flank, you're not gonna do anything fancy. And against the enemy team comp, let's see if they maintain the same team comp. Yeah, they maintain the same team comp. Now this is one thing that you need to keep an eye out for. Whenever you're healing, and this doesn't apply necessarily for supports, it also applies for tanks and DPSs. The primary way of winning teamfights in Overwatch is killing the enemy, right? But the easiest way to kill the enemy, if you can kill the enemy, is to cut their primary resource. In Overwatch, the primary resource is health. The less health you have, the more you're prone to dying, right? If you cut the primary income of the primary resource, which is healing, then they're gonna die forehead. So, a lot of people, the basic example is this. A lot of people, let's say they run with Lucio Brig as heals, and they have Lucio Moira and Orisa Sigma. You know what I'm saying? If you take the fight slow, you're not playing to their advantage, like to their disadvantage. Their disadvantage, in case they were running with Lucio Brig, would be that they lack a lot of healing. They have a lot of mass AoE healing, but it's small amount of healing. The more you hard focus one tank, the more prone they are in killing them. Same applies with the enemy, in this case, not as a lack of healing, but as recognizing how they're going to play during the game. For example, if Moira is being a flank Moira, as I know a couple of you there in chat are being in kick W right now, and they're just probably going to fade in the backline and try to 1v6. If Moira is going to play like this, especially because it's Diamond, she's not going to take that much care of Sigma and Zarya, and she's not going to take that much care of Ana. So you as Moira, this is the first time seeing the VOD, we'll see how it is, maybe we're going to recognize the pattern. If Moira is not with the team, and Ana used her nade, and your team doesn't need healing because they're safe as fuck, you can just take the duel with the Ana, cutting the primary source of healing. Because a lot of people, one of the most common questions in the game and on my stream actually is, when do I do heal, when do I do damage? I know that in theory MOIRA seems like one of the more easier healers to play, but doing small amounts of damage will change drastically the outcome of the team fights. So with all this very long introduction, let's get started. First thing first, at the beginning, always throw a damage orb. If it's fully charged, like if you get all the ticks from it, you get 10% ult charge. So always throw a damage orb. Very good at the main entrance. By the way, in my opinion, on Gibraltar specifically, almost nobody goes down below. You have 1 or 2 people maximum. You're better off just throwing it. Wait, let's dial back a bit so I get used to the tool. You're better off just throwing it here, okay, instead of here. Over here you have 1 or 2 people maximum. Okay, over here you have a lot more.
Yeah, but maybe that person sent it more towards the payload because they will either way go to the payload.
The thing is that if you send it like this, that's actually a good question. We should do remarks like this, you know, like your live remarks. So the general idea is orbs get a maximum 10% value out of a damage orb if the corridor is very tight. The more open the space, the more easy it is for them to dodge it. So you should synchronize it so it hits them right at the doorway, as they can take damage if they pick from here or here, instead of like just sending it at the payload. Like over here, they already walked out of a spawn and then they can dodge the orb quite easily. So not even half the distance that have passed. It's a very finesse thing, so to say. It's actually a very good remark. Because a lot of people just yoink the orbs in front, and I know you're gonna go like, yeah, dude, but please go into the game and stuff like this. You need to understand that small things like this are what differentiates high rank players from low rank players. They get the maximum value. You don't know how 10% ult charge will change the outcome of the game if this MOIRA didn't get the maximum value of her orb in the beginning and you have call before the enemy MOIRA. Everything matters, okay? So literally, you throw the damage orb, it's not even at the door, the space is not that small, so you're probably not gonna get that much value out of it. It will just tickle them for 2 or 3% maximum, and then they're just gonna move away. When the door opens, try to have the damage orb already there, so you get the maximum value out of it. Also, one very important thing, let me see if it happened. When you're playing with a Mercy, ask for damage boost with MOIRA in the beginning, as it amplifies the damage of not the damage, I mean, it amplifies the tick rate, you know, like it hits faster, so you can essentially do more damage. Repeat the question next time. Okay, I'm sorry, we're gonna add subtitles probably when you said the question, and I'm gonna repeat the question if you have them, because they didn't hear it. Okay, so as for damage boost, see, only 1% because it wasn't over there. You could have had 10% or 5, still more. Now, one very important thing to know. With your shield, a lot of MOIRAs just play over here in the back. You have the fade. Just walk at the shield, don't go past it, and literally stay with right click. Maybe somebody's going to pick around the corner and you're going to tickle them for 1 or 2 damage, right? Maybe you're going to be able to spam the Sigma shield earlier. Every half a second matters. So always try to be more aggressive if you recognize safe scenarios. Over here, you are behind the shield. Orisa just plays the shield. There's no way you can get killed. Even if you get pulled or something like that, you can just fade out. So there's no problem with that. Good thing that you're focusing the Sigma shield. A lot of MOIRAs don't focus anything right now, and they don't spam shields, literally. When you see a shield and don't have anything else to focus, just focus the shield. So very good, this is actually very good, but you have another damage orb available. Just throw it, no need to keep it. So really no need to keep it right now. So see, now you have the healing orb. So, positioning wise, you are very good placed over here. You could have stayed a little bit more in front when it all started. Decision making wise, it was okay. So you spamming the shield was very good. You're doing something. Like the way you're standing right now is the safest way to stay. Is the way in which you can get the maximum value out of it. But see, like you're slowly but surely backing out. Slowly but surely backing out. So like you're essentially making them space. You know how afraid you are of a MOIRA that's staying in front of you, and like you need to be very confident in knowing your limits. You have a shield, there's nothing that can hit you, no problem. I know you're gonna go like Ash TNT, but we're gonna cover that in a second in the decision making section. So again, stay more in front of the shield and try to spam that. Just apply pressure to them. Maybe you can also tickle them. Second, you have a damage orb up. Just yoink the damage orb over here and you should be fine. Literally, that's all. If there's no way they can do a lot of burst damage. You already saw the enemy team comp. Whenever you see the enemy team comp, you need to think to yourself, how much damage am I going to receive as a healer and what abilities do I need? For example, they're playing with, let's say, Tracer Genji, and it's a very long flank. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you have like, you need to go like this, and you have a nade. Just yank the nade at the payload for extra pressure, because they can't do anything meanwhile. You don't need that much a healing orb when a Genji dashes through you. It's only 50 damage. Maybe they get a couple of shurikens into you, and even if she gets a kill, he's probably going to die anyway if he dashes through 6 people. And again, even if he gets a kill, you have rest from mercy, so there shouldn't be any problem. Applying more pressure to them is the key to it. In this particular team comp with Moira and Ana, you as a Moira, if you don't need your healing orb for healing, you need to apply pressure to Diana and force her nade. Okay, so this is like your primary thing you're looking for when you're doing damage orbs. You're not throwing them randomly. You're trying to throw them at Diana to force her out of position and to force her grenade onto herself, or to ask for Moira healing. Because this is what's going to happen to the team comps. In the team comps, I mean. Ana's going to go like, I need healing. Moira's going to go like, wait, where? Here? You know? And they're gonna waste time. Maybe Genji dies because of it. Maybe Zara dies. Maybe Sigma dies. And other stuff like that. So like, if possible, in orb damage or prioritization, you should always try to aim for Diana. Again, you have here orb. You're gonna waste a couple of seconds not doing anything with the orb. Your team doesn't need mass healing. The enemy team can't do anything to you, to be honest, in this case. Genji just dashes and then you all get scared because of it. So again, damage orb right here. Positioning is very good. Genji's behind. One cool thing you can do if you're really scared about this much damage, before you fade, you can melee and you can orb. There's a small animation cancel. I'll actually hop in game and show you the small animation cancel, because a lot of people are probably don't know about it. So with Moira, the cool thing with her fade is the second you use an ability, you can fade. Let's throw the damage. Let's throw the healing orb. Over there, Genji dashed through you. Literally this. He dashes over there. No problem. Like, even if your team is over here, you're over here, Genji dashes from here to here, you go like, that's it. If you're scared of dying. You know, quite easy. And another good animation cancel, as we're still in training range, is melee, fade. You don't even see the melee. Melee and fade. Okay, these are like the primary animation cancels you need to know regarding fade. About ultimate, we're going to get into that soon. Also, so you were really low, you can ask for healing earlier, no problem. You faded in a very good spot. And yeah, another thing I want to put a lot of emphasis in against these DPS comps, Ashe gets a ton of ultimate charge from a big TNT. Your team usually is going to play together, right? As I told you, you're playing with Orisa, you're playing with Sigma, you're playing with Mei. And from what I see, Widow and Mercy are not playing they're playing roughly together. So this means that in theory, if Ashe lands a big TNT, everybody is going to burn. I highly recommend, if you think you're not going to need fade in the future, just fade. Just fade the TNT. Fade the damage from the TNT. Fade the anti-effect from Ana's nade and stuff like that. If you don't think you're going to need fade. How you're going to think if you need fade or not. Let's say Genji has blade and you want to dodge the blade with your fade. You know? So I highly recommend. You're not feeding Ashe damage because you cleanse the TNT tick with the fade. So you cleanse every effect. You cleanse anti-nade, you cleanse TNT damage. So it's very important to know stuff like this. In this case, it didn't happen. Decision making so far was okay, was decent for a diamond, even Masters Moira. But you said you're a tank, and I'm trying to teach you how to apply more pressure. Although Moira seems like a literally very easy hero, as in click, 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 and that's it. There's more complicated things towards her. Good thing again that you're spamming the shield. Ashe on top. This was more about experience. I like seeing Ana over here. You just saw it with the corner of her eye. To be honest, I would have gone and slept anyway. You won the fight. You got slept. Even if you die, you're gonna get rest. Orisa died. They dropped. You said there were no team comms, so I'm not gonna insist in what the team did. I'm just gonna insist on what's happening. Very good drop. Very good fade. Recognizing the fact that you can go from here to here. Like, for example, you can do this with Ana. You know, because Ana doesn't have a mobility and you would just walk through them. Like, if you would be with Ana, you'd literally like drop here and just like walk all the way over here past the shield. And from this distance, you can die quite easily. So recognizing that you can cover this distance with fade is another thing that you need to keep an eye out as a Moira player. Fade, play behind the shield. Spamming right click non-stop, very important. There's a small stat in game. I'll actually show you the stat. I can't show the starting training range. Excuse me for the small problem. It shows secondary fire rate accuracy. It's some Moiras that I know go like, I have secondary fire rate accuracy at a whopping 85%, bro. Who gives a fuck? Doesn't matter. If you don't need to heal, literally, you see this? Like, this is left click, this is right click. You see this finger? You're going to have muscular fever on it when you play Moira. You're going to, like, you're training your finger for... You literally need to click this non-stop. Like, you don't have anything to do. You slam it. You literally slam it. It's good for scouting. Even if you don't see anything. It destroys the environment nearby. If there's, let's say, a fence or something, it's going to destroy it. If there's a barrel, it's going to destroy it. And also if somebody picks just for a tiny amount, a bit of time, you can also damage them, just tickle them a bit. Just so you can show them dominance in showing that you're going to tickle their asses and stuff like that. So this is very good. You don't need healing. You're just holding right click. Oh, okay. Primary thing. Moira's heal is like... The primary aspect, the most important aspect with Moira is knowing when and how to use the resource and not remaining out of it. Because a lot of people go like, yeah bro, I play Moira and I remain out of resources. I'm in silver, what do I do? Bro, come on bro, please bro. In this particular case, my friend, to learn a small thing in how to understand the resources with Moira. Full charge almost. Just a Moira damage orb. Just tap it, you know, like... With Moira, you need to be very, very smooth. If you go like this with right click, this is hard mode. With left click, you go more smooth. You go like... And if people need intense healing, that's all you do. Like, you need to be smooth. Just tap it. No need to spray it. Because it goes like, let's say this... What the fuck is up with me today? Anyway, we're gonna talk like this. No, we're not gonna talk like this. We're gonna talk like this, okay? This is tick number 1, tick number 2, tick number 3, tick number 4, tick number 5. So even if hypothetically speaking,
mL7 love.
This will be the first one that will evaporate. This will be the second one that will evaporate. Well, let me... First, second, third, fourth, fifth. This is a bad representation of Moira's healing, but you need to understand. By the way, I'm very good at drawing things. Even if, let's say, Sigma doesn't walk in the range of these 4 ticks, he will still receive the 5th part of the tick when it evaporates, because it's like a spray, you know, like it's in a continuous motion and then it goes away. So if you watch right now, there's a very cool thing called Overwatch League Viewer or Command Center if you have access to it. If not, you have an in-game client where you can watch Moira's play. You're going to see that they literally tap, 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 if nobody's taking a lot of damage. To try and display this in-game, it's something like this. I don't have any bots that... These bots take damage. So let's say this bot just takes this. Tap, 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 tap. You see? I'm literally barely clicking. If he's going to take a little bit amount of damage, if I just go like... until he's full, then I'm wasting the last segments of the tick, right? Of course, right now I'm going to benefit from them because he's going to take extra damage. But see, now this section... I wasted a little bit of the end part of the tick. Let's full again. And now see? Just healing a little bit. Nobody shooting. Waste, waste, waste. And now heal. Understand? Instead of just going like tap, tap, tap. He's full. Stop tapping. Full. Stop tapping. So this is like... Because other people that play Moira just go like... No heal. I don't have any juice. Bro, what the fuck is this hero, bro? It's so easy to heal, bro. This hero is so fucking easy, bro. I have 30k healing, bro. But I don't know why I don't have any more left click. Bro, what's the problem, bro? It doesn't work, bro. Like, literally, be smooth. So with right click, you smash it. It's important for people to understand these aspects. With right click, you smash it. You're aggressive, you know? But with left click, sometimes you're gentle. You go like, you know? And sometimes you go like this to fully heal them. And then you stop when you feel like the amount of healing you gave them is enough for them to get back to almost full HP. And then look at your resource meter. Instead of wasting this much, you only wasted this much. Understand? So it's very important to know things like this. This is about how to get left click and how to use it, okay? Because other people just spam it until they're full HP and then they keep on spamming it. You know? So again, hope you understand how MOIRA spray works. I'll go more in depth about how to understand the resource meter later on. Positioning wise good. Spamming shields good. See? Full HP, no problem. I don't know who was there. If that was Diana, and anyway, it's just a damage rep, who gives a fuck? The way, like, you know how I talked about... Wait, the bot is annoying me. Wait, I need to mute them in-game. Okay. You know how I talked about using damage rep to force someone out of position? If everybody's grouped up, don't give a fuck about where to throw the damage rep. Just throw it in. Spamming the shield, very good damage rep thrown in. You get a kill, completely outskilled the Ashe there. Just headshotted her ass. See how much you're wasting out of it? There you have a shield, there's no problem. Hog is in the back. Waste. Just heal for a bit. Just stab. Just be smooth. Very good. Again, you can damage orb or heal orb, then fade. Okay, this is more experience thing. You're in diamond, so it's understandable. You need to recognize the primary source of damage if you're playing a healer and understand how much damage the enemy team can do to you, so you can adjust accordingly your healing output. In this particular case, you kill the Ashe. This means that there are only 5 people. Okay, Ashe is not here. Genji doesn't have blade. Hog is nowhere near. Let's just play this actually. Okay. Hog is also dead, bro. This is my brain, okay? This is how I'm thinking. Ashe is dead. Hog is dead, bro. The only sources of damage is probably a Genji blade when he pulls it out. Probably Ana, Sigma, and MOIRA, right? So, my Mei is dead. MOIRA uses her ultimate. In this case, you know what I would have done? I would have had 2 options. I would have, to be honest, see how juicy they all are here. And MOIRA's ulting and probably gonna ignore Ana in the backline because there's a MOIRA syndrome in which when you ultimate you want to kill the backline and you don't give a fuck about your own backline. So if I would be smurfing right now and I would be in diamond, I would just yoink the damage orb in and press Q. And I have everybody grouped up and I would track Diana. I don't give a fuck about Sigma. I don't give a fuck about MOIRA. There's no way I can kill a MOIRA that's coalescing. Like, we're just gonna tickle each other to death. I'm just gonna try to force the Genji out of position. Maybe force his dash or Ana. Okay? So this is very important in coalescence usage. Because a lot of people, when they see 4 people with MOIRA, they just go like, bro, I do so much damage, bro. But nothing dies, bro. It's about knowing who to damage. Okay? Even though you're damaging everybody here, when they start walking, I would chase the Genji or Diana, you know? That's what, like, look at the Genji. Like, right now when I'm ulting, you see? Sigma, Ana, and then just chase the Genji a bit, Eventually he died. So, you would have had 2 options. If this would have been a GM game, I would have not ulted. I would have just literally healed them up because there's no damage. Genji didn't pull out his blade. He doesn't do that much damage with dash and shurikens because he's not a god hitting triple headshot shurikens. MOIRA can only tickle us for a bit. I can out sustain that damage with my left click. Ana, no problem if she lands an anti. I can't do anything with my ultimate anyway. And Sigma's balls sometimes they're very small. They're like very small nuts. If he doesn't have his ultimate, there's no problem. So don't be scared that much. Even if he gets that much bugs damage, you should be able to cover it up with your left click and not use your ultimate to like cover up his damage because he has a very slow fire rate. So, 2 options again, either damage or start killing them being at the 5 vs 4 because Mei died early and remember Ashe died early and Hog died also. Or, if you're confident you're gonna win the team fight, which I would have done, I would have just spammed left click and that's it. That's it, literally. Just spam left click and that's it. No problem, no pressure, no nothing. I'll go DPS MOIRA another time. Now, one thing I wanted to note is about MOIRA's ultimate. Wait, give me a second. MOIRA's ultimate animation cancel with damage orb. Because a lot of people just throw this and press Q after. You can cancel the damage orb animation. So the same way you can do this. Let's wait 8 seconds. Let's sing a small song. La 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 in Pepega. Okay. You press right click and then you ult. That's it, literally. See how smooth that was? You felt like it would like soothe your soul, you know? Like very smooth. Instead of just... Where's the Q? I don't have ultimate. You know? Like small things like this add a lot of flavor to Moira being played. Now, one of the things that I really want to discuss is, do I throw damage orb when I'm ulting, or do I throw healing orb? Well, if your entire team is this much HP as this little dude here, just throw healing orb and ultimate. If your team is like this much HP, everybody just throw damage orb and heal. So it's more about experience. Because like a lot of people go like, yeah bro, but I always throw damage orb and ultimate, and yeah, I'm a fucking 7-head. Yeah, I'm sorry bro, but if your team is like almost already dead because you think you're DPS Moira and stuff like that, then yeah, I'll show you. It offers a lot of healing. It's like Moira's maximum healing combo. So, let's watch the bots get very low, very low, very low. And then boom. Oh my god, it looks like a big nade. Moira has no burst here. Look at me! No, dude, she has a lot of heal. It's almost like a nade. You saw it almost instantly healed up. And then I'll show you also the difference with the damage orb. How slow you're gonna heal them. So again, just by case scenario. The sucking part is kind of boring for some people. So yeah. Petuni. Oh yeah, and by the way, when you're getting kills at the end, when they're like melee, just melee does more damage. Duh. Okay. Now look at my ally. Wait. Let's see them suffer a bit, because we're healers and we like watching our allies suffer and cry for healing, right? We all have like this hidden pleasure. So let's watch at them, and then you can hear their screams like, heal me, heal me. And then you see somebody in the backline, Nani, ooh, kilu. And then you like throw the damage orb. Opa. You know, like it's not that fast. You know, not that fast. If you need extra healing, it's almost instantly getting them up. Over there was like right at the edge because I didn't want to be flamed in chat by the training bot. Okay? So always be very aware of things like that. Hopping back to the VOD review, because I think I've already spoken 45 minutes in 2 minutes of the VOD. So let's continue with it. It's going good. It's going good. Climbing the shield, throwing damage orb, nobody else to damage. It's okay. Healing your full resources. Just a bit of healing damage again. Nice aim on Nana. Good. Whenever you want to focus somebody down, right click, melee from time to time. It's all good. Do another damage orb, nobody is low. It's literally like Ana shooting people that are staying still. Positioning wise, you're doing your job. You're staying behind your tanks that are the ones that are immobile, and yeah, that's all I gotta do. Good usage of damage orb, no reason to keep it up. You have it in 5 seconds again. If your team is not going to get a lot of damage, got a kill. Nice aim again with the damage orb, by the way. Got another kill. Wait, let me close the in-game sound. It's starting to distract me. Okay. Now. Problemo. I know you're in diamond and I know you're master, but quick math, okay? Quick math. We select this. Now you see, chat, a lot of people just see what's on the screen and the resources, and having a second monitor nearby, being in a Discord chat with like 2 or 3 other people and flaming their team when they die, like all tabbing and writing and going like, what the fuck is Mayana doing, or stuff like that. I know that some of you are like that. But one of the primary resources whenever you play Overwatch is the clock. You see, the clock. The clock is very important, chat. Because the clock gives you info. in theory, if the one that manipulates the time the best is the one that is going to win the game. For example, last 30 seconds, final push of King's Warrior on attack. You almost have Graviton, but your Hanzo decides to Dragon Solo. Your Zarya is 90% charged with 30 seconds left. Your Hanzo decides to Dragon Solo, nobody dies, you lose the team fight, and then you go like, go Hammond, go Tracer, go Genji, touch the period in overtime. That's not a good manipulation of the time. 30 seconds, you almost have a clear win condition, Graviton Hanzo, just wait, just be patient. In this case, it's more like, what else didn't I hear in 2 minutes? Monka, I heard Coalescence once, they swapped from Zarya I think, so they are fresh and null charge, but I didn't hear any Blade or Nano. So, I need to get ready to dodge that. And this is about cooldown management. It's not your job to dodge the Genji Nano Blade. It's not your job to heal up your team through the Nano Blade, let's be honest. Your job is to not die from the Nano Blade and to call it out. You said there were no comms, I have no idea if you talked about it. Even if you don't want to talk, just write in chat, Genji has Blade. Or that's it. I know people are going to go like, I played some quick play earlier today and people went like, somebody said, they have ults. And then one dude on a Smurf went like, yeah, so what if they have ults? You know, like, you know, if I would have been that dude, I would have just muted. They kept on talking, no problem. They just like bounced back at each other, which I didn't quite like. But yeah, even if you get people going like, yeah, so what if they have blades? So what the fuck, you try hard in ranked? Dude, it's your own game. If you really want to be in top 500 or you have aspirations of being pro, you need to act accordingly. Doesn't matter if somebody goes like, so what if they have blade? Wow, you look at a smart ass in Diamond telling me that Genji has blade. Don't let anybody cut your hype. Don't let anybody cut your fun. So, even if you're afraid of what your teammates are going to say to you, let's say they're going to go like, yeah, MOIRA, try hard, nice calls on Genji not having blade, just mute them, ignore if you can't stand it. If you can't stand it and want to argue with them, fine, but your goal is to win the game, so I really insist on not even talking in game about things that are not related game-wise. You can argue after the game is over, you can add yourselves on Discord and be very aggressive at each other in a virtual chatting room, but I highly suggest your goal is to just win the game, so just focus on that. Anyway, what I would have done. Add me on Discord, bro, so we can talk, bro. I'll destroy you in Discord talk. Genji has blade. Your main escape ability, apart from calling it out, is fade. You will never use fade until he dashes to you. You'll never use blade until he dashes to you. That's the only thing you need to do. Even if you lose the team fight, it's about playing it perfectly. Let's see where you used fade. Dodge the TNT. Good, by the way, this is something very good. They have Ashe TNT. She's going to TNT at the shield. If you can keep an eye out for her cooldown. I don't know her exact cooldown, but hypothetically speaking, I would say once every 10 seconds, I'm going to try and wait for the TNT to hear it so I can dodge the damage from it so I don't get to force the fade early. 178 HP, you get a kill, Winston tickling you, no anti on you, no TNT on you, no Genji contesting you, no Sigma coming at you with his big ass rock. No reason to fade. You fade. Boom. Both of the healers are dead. Now imagine, Mercy dies, you fade back, May use the ultimate, it's going to take quite a long time to kill Orisa and Sigma. Sigma's probably going to be in the air, maybe the Genji is not that strong mechanically to be able to recognize that he's in the air and dash to him and kill him fast. Also May can, Widow's probably in the distance, May is invulnerable with her shift. If you dodge the Genji here with Fade, you might win the team fight. See, Widow on top, May drops, Orisa here, Sigma here, everybody scattered around. Genji doesn't get any other kill, by the way. If you would have lived here, you would have won the team fight. Genji got one kill. You can still probably, like your team can still probably win the team fight, but now no heals. Now understand how I will be as drastic as possible. I have a theory. Every action you do, I don't give an Olaf. I don't give a fuck about what's going on with your teammates. I don't care if they miss the rest. I don't care if they grab it on the ground. I don't care if they all tapped and wrote in Discord that their teammates are trash. I don't care about things like that. All I care about is if you would have faded the blade, you would have won the team fight. That's your view. Okay? That's your view. There's no other excuse. Who gives a fuck about what ultimates they use, your economy and stuff like that? If you care about things like that, then play in a team, be a coach, talk to your coach. That's all good. But if you're playing ranked, you're diamond, you want to learn how to win the game and stuff like that, focus on your own goddamn mistakes. If you faded the blade, you would have won the team fight. Easy clap. It sounds drastical, but I think that being honest is the most important thing. To be honest, to be completely honest, the Genji's playing kind of random by just contesting the tanks in front. Your Widow can have very easy picks in flanking Diana, but it's diamond, so there are tons of things that you can keep an eye out for. You can also, the Sigma, if Sigma's smart enough with his ultimate usage, he can lift the Genji up when he dashes right after, or knows that he's going to dash at the healers and like find ways to counter. But you don't care about what your teammates can do. You care about what you can do. And again, to summarize, if you would have kept the fade, easy clap, you would have won the team fight. You saw Genji didn't kill anybody apart from that. Okay. Small thing. As a healer, you need to be spastic. You need to look around every time. Your field of view is not only you need to be like, whoa, everywhere, literally. You need to look behind, if possible, look at your ass or stuff like that. Everywhere you need to look. Because then you die. How many games do I have? Sometimes I'm sleepy. And I hear people, Anna, heal me, Anna. And I'm like literally looking, where? I can't see you. But then I remember, I need to look around. It's my job. Of course, I'm not saying if I'm busy at healing people in front that I'm going to turn around and stuff. I'm just saying right now you don't have anything to do. You almost have healing orb. You're all tabbing or talking or stuff. Somebody is low. You saw the Widow being contested. It's obvious that the Widow's either going to drop or going to walk on top of this. So if the Widow's getting jumped by the Winston, she's going to kite back. If she kites back, you need to have a healing orb thrown over here. As a quite a big mechanical thing, but still very important. See? The healing orb onto Widow. Mercy dies, that was bad position. The Widow right now, by the way, because you didn't throw a healing orb and didn't pay attention to her in this case, she was probably forced to have two options. A, either come back in the teamfight with half HP after using grappling hook, and getting at the risk of Ana probably just tapping her and she becomes at 1 HP or Moira throwing a damage, or Borash just TNTing her face off the planet. Or she's going to go and take the Mega. If she goes and takes the Mega, you're essentially making it, just because you didn't pay attention to what your teammates are doing around you, you're going to make it a 4 versus 6 instead of a 5 versus 6. Let's see what happens. Ultimates. You have some pressure, by the way. Where's Widow? Widow probably walked just thinking, I peek, enough HP. You know, like always be aware of your teammates and stuff like that. Always look around you. Always try to find ways of understanding things like this. Over here, by the way, you got scared by Bob doing that. This is not that big of a deal with you fading here, like you hesitated. To be honest, I would have not faded over here probably also. In game, like right now when I watch this, with all the sounds and pausing and stuff, I would have probably did the same thing. In game, I think I would have faded in front, recognizing that Winston was low, Sigma just used ultimate. I'm quite full HP, no problem, but not that big of a deal. You're gonna have ult soon. Just ult. Good. Ult. By the way, your tank's like full HP. You can walk back a bit. You can walk back just a bit. You can like hug this wall over here in the back, walk to the left, and heal the Widow. Okay? You can do that. I know you're thinking if she's going to pick or not, but see how the Widow's out of the fight when you're in a 4 versus 6? Well, May died. Would have been a 4 versus 6 if right now it's a 3 versus 6. By the way, not your fault that Orisa died. It's not that big of a deal with the Widow dying there. I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the team fight. But just a small thing that you need to keep aware of. And by the way, Chad, it's not the ghost or anything like that. So, like, I think that being drastic and making certain comments like this in a more like, if I would be toxic, I would go like, "What the fuck was that dog, bro?" You know, no. Like saying things like this are the ones that will remain with you if you're the one that gets reviewed. Like, will remain with you. Like, if I say you'll remember things like this, or even if you watch the VOD, you'll remember how that would have made you feel. It's more about creating a sentiment rather than understanding. Yeah, so here you should have thrown the damage orb there, so your Widow didn't die, that's why you lost the team fight. No, I wanna... You learn better by experiencing emotions, and that's why I was like trying to say things like that. Anyway. Good. Destroy the shield. Try to heal, no problem. That's not that big of a mistake, by the way, because people will go like, why are you healing with Moira when somebody's anti? Remember the tick rate of Moira's heal. The second the anti will wear off, the other previous ticks will apply. Nobody has perfect, not knowledge, perfect timing when the nade will wear off, so there's no problem with this. By the way, you're in open space against the Widow, bro. Okay? You're in open space against the Widow. This wall is your best friend. If you're staying here, you see the Widow, you see this beautiful head, literally straight in the head. Okay? No shield, no nothing. The shield is in front, doesn't block anything. She has a clear view. Just hug the wall, hug the wall, hug the wall. Whenever you're playing, you need to view like this. The primary goal of the enemy team is not to kill the DPSs or the tanks, unless they flamed each other on Discord or they have some drama from scrims or from rank gameplay. The main goal of the enemy team is to kill the healers, because if you kill the healers, they won't have healing, they won't have HP, they're gonna die. Okay.
Low level drama.
Good Fade, recognizing after a while that you are in open space. That's okay, it's good that you recognized it. It comes with experience, recognizing that when you walk out of a spawn, like when you walk out of spawn and you press tab, you need to go like, what can kill me and how they can kill me. You're gonna think, wait, they have a Widow, where does Widow sit? Widow sits over there, where she was, right? So I need to make sure, if you can get into a good position by fading or by walking there, crouch spam, crouch spam, crouch spam. So I'll show you. When you walk out of here, they just swapped the Widow right now, but still, walk out of here, heal up, you're in a bad spot, crouch spam, crouch spam. You're not gonna fuck up your game with Moira. This is one of the more important things with Moira that's very, very, I would say, disregarded. I'll show you how people play Moira. So this is Moira, right? And, you know, most of us, for people... Yeah, anyway. You see this button, usually? Like, this big button? A lot of people, when they play Moira, only this exists. The crouch key doesn't exist. So let's say they want to heal. They think they can heal better if they keep on jumping like this. Me included, by the way. It's like, I don't know why. Like you feel that if you heal like this, like not a lot of things are happening on the screen, so you need to complicate it. Well, complicate it in the other way. Crouch spam. You don't need to aim with Moira that well. You just need to aim in the general direction. So crouch spamming can't hurt. It's harder for people to kill you when you crouch spam rather than when you're jumping like this. Okay? Or you can have crouch on whatever button you want, dude. Anyway, let's continue. I almost fucked up my keyboard. Wait, let me close the volume. Okay. Good, recognizing that, cutting back. Oh yeah, one thing. It's not related to you. When your Mercy goes for a rest, try to cover for her, no matter who you're playing. When you hear the rest, turn your head around and see where the Mercy is. Try and offer her, if you can't heal or help her out, try to offer her a good way of using shift to you. Very important. Playing from a good spot, destroy the mine. She destroyed with her foot. See, they didn't need that much healing, wasted like half a resource, half like of the meter. Throw the healing orb to make, good. Right click, good heal. Crouch, crouch, crouch. You can get headshotted by a Widow. Walk in front, see how exposed you are against the good Widow. I know you can't see her, but maybe you don't know if she's probably going to grapple here, hide here, peek from here. Crouch, you're like exposed right now. Even if Sigma ults, even if you die, Mercy used rest early. Instead of, even if Anna's going to die from Sigma ult, you're going to make it a 5 versus 5 instead of making a 6 versus 5 in the advantage of your team. Always be safe. Good, seeing that Anna used the nade, throwing the damage right by Diana. Applause for that, very good. By the way, you felt that you were under a threat, so you faded. So your brain is telling you something, but you're not that fast in processing what's wrong. You know, like your brain is like, there was no threat here, but like you felt that you needed to fade. You weren't feeling safe. And that's why you weren't feeling safe, because you were in open space, you didn't have any walls around you. You get some kills, now you can go full DPS Moira, no problem. Pad those stats. Crack. By the way, you get kills. Stop walking backwards. Okay? A lot of people get get away from the enemy team when they're walking backwards. It's a 3 versus 6. It's obvious that they win the team fight here. Stop walking backwards. Press W, press W, press W. If you're low and you start feeling that you're going to get damage, just shift. No problem. Just press W. Maybe Genji would have gotten freeze, he would have gotten dashed, and Moira would have like healed him up, and then he got away. And then your team probably overextends, gets the kill, and then the enemy engages 6 versus 5, and you fucked up the whole advantage afterwards, you know? Like, just press W when the team fight is won. Who gives a fuck about damage or abuse there? The fight was won. Good kills. Good that you're using the damage orb. A lot of Moira just stay still, alt tab, and talk on Discord or some shit. That's very good. Goes like, bro, I have 4 gold medals. What the fuck is my team doing? Positioning. With this, considering you're playing with Orisa and Sigma is going to play on high ground, this is actually very good. Like, you can play in this corridor, you can also play from here and scout out throw a damage orb over here or over here from time to time. And then if your Orisa needs help, you can always fade over here. But to be completely honest, there's a lot of cover here. So, if this would have been me, I would have probably just stayed behind the Orisa. Wait, fuck. Oops. So, right now you position yourself, Sigma dropped because he was low, and Orisa's over here. So if this would have been me, and by the way, headshot by Widow. Like, you're exposed. If this would have been me, I would have went like, wait, if Orisa, May, what the fuck I'm saying every hero in the game. Mercy's here, Sigma has the shield, if he's low, he's just going to go over here inside. But if Orisa's low, I need to fade to her. I'm going to use my cooldown to get to her. So, also I can heal up Sigma with my healing orb. So what am I going to do? I'm going to drop, and I'm going to play at these boxes near Orisa. I'm safe from everywhere. My team is Sigma. If Sigma's always probably also going to drop or Kyle inside, I can throw orb. No problem, bro. I am not going to be forced to use my fade. Because if I play from here and if Sigma is here, then I'm forced to fade from this distance to this distance, because otherwise I'm exposed from literally everywhere. And then I can get caught out by a Genji Nanoblade quite easily. Anyway. Okay, flank, it's diamond, you can get away with this quite easily. If this would have been me, I would have done the same thing. If you want to be the perfect healer and never climb and never make mistakes, you need to play passive. You can play from this box and play passive if you want to play in Overwatch, League or stuff like that. But if you want to win games, you need to do things like this. So this is actually very smart. Wait until your damage orb is up, throw a damage orb in at Diana to force her, nade early, and then try and ultimate. Let's see if you do that. Nope, afraid. What does Nanoblade do? Can you out-heal Nanoblade against like these targets? Like anyway, you're going to ult probably, right? Going to ult? Healing orb and ult, right? Let me show you this. Give me a second. So the scenario was like this. By the way, this is courtesy of Stat Banana. They say that everybody can use these maps from them if you just show that it's from them. So if you want to like do high scream things, go check their website and download this. I'm just gonna use it for the sake of the example. They're like very high quality. So it was like this to explain. Okay. With yellow, we're gonna make the enemy team, right? This is the enemy team. Okay. So this is the enemy team. And they're going to Nanoblade. You have Ana, you have Mercy and Moira. You're probably not going to be able to out-heal the Nanoblade. And even if they Nanoblade, you're going to try to out-heal them with Healing Orb and Ultimate, right? Right, because you're going to ult. Now, this is where your tanks were positioned. This is where you're positioned. And this is what happens. At this particular moment in time, you cover more angles, you have more space with this position, okay? This is the area you control, like get the fuck out of my area. But the second you fade from this area to this area, this is the space you control. And see how much space you gave the entire enemy team. This is why a lot of people feel like they're getting suffocated and don't have a lot of space. Picture this. You are Diana in the enemy team. You nano the Genji from here. He's probably going to get some kills with Nano Blade. You can't do anything about that, no problem. You kept Fate for Nano Blade. Who gives a fuck? You did your job. But this is where the carry thing comes in. I don't know if you lost the team fight or not. We're gonna see. If you lost the team fight, it's probably because of Genji. If you won the team fight, it's probably because of Genji's bad target focus and combos and stuff. If you heal from here and from here, and Diana stays over here, you see how much space she has and zero contest and anything. She can go grab a cup of tea, she can just chill and stuff. But you being an experienced player that wants to learn how to create pressure and how to win games effectively, you recognize that if Genji blades to you, even if he dashes to you, it's going to take a long time for him to go over here with the dash. There's no way the range of the dash is this long. He's going to need to climb some walls, waste some times. And also, he's probably not going to do that. He's probably just going to dash from here where Diana is to your teammates and try to kill them because they're all grouped up, because it's Diamond and it's Genji in 2019 September. So he just wants one kill so he doesn't get framed for playing Genji. Moira being quite hard to kill. So, what I would have done is stay here. My teammates are here and they're suffering in silence. The enemy team is here. Genji dashes here, tries to kill people. My Mercy desperately tries to heal up my team without any result, by the way. Probably. And I'm going to throw a damage orb over here in the backline. Like, just tiny damage orb over here. And then I'm going to ult. If my team is low and I can heal them, you have range, bro. You can just walk over here and heal them up here. They will not stay here. They will probably just run back. So you will still be able to heal them. But even if let's say my teammate dies, Genji gets Orisa and Mercy, right? Genji gets Orisa and Mercy. But I kill Ana and Moira, or I kill Ana and somebody else. Instead of waiting for Genji to kill everybody, I make the numbers even. If I would be Ana, I would probably not go for that risk, because I don't have any fade, any mobility. My damage is aim related, so if I fuck up my nade and heal and shots, then I'm dead. But if I'm Ana, this position is better because I have sleep dart, and even if Genji blades the tanks, which he did, I'm going to be able to probably slowly but surely make his life harder in killing my tanks, because he used dash to the tanks, just use the nade. Moist used the Valk if I remember correctly. Even if I miss the sleep dart, I can also use the nano to keep somebody up. So he might not get a kill, and it's an even 6 versus 6. In this case, if I would have been Ana. If I would have been a YOLO Ana in Diamond Smurfing, then yeah, I would have went here. Yeah, you know what? Fuck the Genji. I'm going to sleep him 360 from here to here if I can do it. And I'm going to kill 3 people. And then the numbers are 3 versus 4. And then I'm going to clutch it mechanically. But you don't give a fuck about things like that, because that requires a lot of experience. And I'm just saying what you can do at this moment. At this moment, until you learn how to be a better player. Just if you would have been Ana, stay here, try and peel for your team. Like, recognize what you can do with the healers. You cannot out-heal a Nano Blade Genji that just blades somebody if you don't have an a nade effect coming through, right? But you can try and get some kills, you know? Like, you can get, Genji gets 2, how about this? Genji kills 3 people, and remember,
Moiras are DPS Moiras almost everywhere.
so Ana has 0 peel. Throw the damage orb, kill Diana. Even if it's a 3 versus 5, you're Moira. 3 versus 5, you might tickle them to death. Instead of it being, I don't know, a 3 versus 5 with you being here. Like you see, this is your space. And Diana just literally has the entire control over here. You gave the entire fucking map and she can do what she wants and literally give them space, and then you're going to flame your tanks because you didn't create any space, when it's your job sometimes to make space for your team so they don't feel suffocated. And then you get to win the team fight. And then you can understand things like this. I hope you understand. Anyway. So again, the map I used is by statbanana.com. They have a lot of stat related things. They're free to use. And of course, yeah, you can go check them out. You can use them for your own screens and stuff. Anyway, let's continue. Energy Blades, face back. By the way, another very important thing. Two things I want to highlight. One, when I was playing Overwatch first,
No.
I was scared shitless by Winston. I thought he did 5k damage. I swear to God, when I was playing Mercy, Lucio, Ana, whatever, I thought he was doing 5k damage. When Winston jumped to me, I had a heart attack. I was, you know, like Monka W. Like, I didn't understand what was happening until I let the Winston slap me a couple of times. I let the Winston stop me a couple of times. I let the Winston electrocute me a couple of times. I didn't quite like, but if that's his own kink, then whatever. Everybody can have his own kink. So anyway, he did stuff like that to me. And then I understand, he doesn't do that much damage and I have fade. Bro, he just tickled you. No need to fade. Jumps up. Just wait. You can also ultimate. You can tank the damage. You can tank the damage, no problem with your ultimate. Ultimate gives you 50 HP per second as self-regen heal, which is enough to tank to Winston zaps. He's just going to waste time trying to get to you. Actually, not waste that much time because he's going to farm his ultimate. Not that bad of a decision, but still, you understand what I mean. Let's see what happens. Now imagine what I told you earlier. Welcome to the life of a healer. Although you wanted to kite back and try to save up your tanks, you need to keep an eye out for the fact that
It's Overwatch.
and sometimes in Overwatch, teammates don't want to play with the healers. It's not your obligation. This is one of the other questions that is asked non-stop in chat. What do I do if my tanks go outside of line of sight? And then I always tell them,
Cry.
no, not cry. If your tanks go out of line of sight, it's not your fault, bro. You're not a mind reader, bro. You need to understand that they can't get into your head, bro. You need to make the best work out of it. If, like, if I would have been the Orisa, I would have kited back, like, obviously. But over here, as we see, this is Diamond. There are very interesting strategies going on. When they blade, they walk into the enemy spawn. So you need to think about stuff like that. Without any joke right now. If the tanks walk out of your LOS and they just have a suicide, they're in a suicide mission, don't feel bad. Yeah, he faded from the nano blade. He didn't fade. Where is the Genji on him? Look at the Genji. Wait for him to dash to you, then fade, bro. Wait. You just see the Genji, then run away. They walk out, no problem. If you would have been here, by the way, you could have healed them up. Also, Mei used ultimate. Literally getting everybody. Like, look. Everybody, if you would have stayed here. Ana would have been dead. Probably Moira also. So yeah. Continue. By the way, I know you're in Diamond. I know you said that you're a Master's tank and you play support from time to time. A lot of people view when they play support, a lot of people think that support is just boring, just stay in the backline and heal. I'm just trying to highlight the fact that you can have a lot of fun by playing healer and trying to kill people as well. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to teach you. If you would just stay in the backline and heal people non-stop, you would be at the mercy of your team, literally. Overall, by the way, so far, just literally standard Masters to Diamond gameplay on healer. Nothing too fancy. I'm just trying to... nothing mechanically here, it's overtime, like, it's literally just survive and yeah, there's nothing you can do here. Just trying to highlight the fact that in order to like try and win games, you need to be more proactive rather than just hiding out the corner. By the way, like this is experience when playing the healer, this isn't a problem. The range of Moira, sometimes I heal the air also, so it's no problem. It's just that not a lot of people have played Moira constantly and we don't know the range exactly, and the resource will come back up, so no problem. And by the way, overall, the resource management is actually quite good, especially for somebody that is not playing support. Like, almost no team fight happened when you remained out of resource, so that's very good. When Sigma ultimates, your main goal is to leave people under 50% HP, then swap targets. He ulted, walk in cover, walk in front. Instead of targeting Sigma, try and target the Hanzo, as he's closer to half HP than Sigma is. So he doesn't get healed by an after, and then he get a pick. It's all good, you're safe, you're in cover. Spamming the shield. You can drag some time out with this. You can use Sigma's ultimate to reposition yourself considering it gives you high ground. If you're up in the air, you could potentially see Ana being low HP and throwing a nade and then fading. You don't necessarily, if you're not 50 HP as the lift gives you 50 HP, you don't need, takes 50 HP away from you, don't necessarily need to fade away instantly. Second to that, it has like, your spray has quite a travel time to get to high ground, so I would probably fade after they use that. With the Sigma. Target prioritization, see the Genji, tap the Genji, heal, ignore the Winston, the fuck. Just let him be, he has ultimate anyway, we tracked it earlier. Heal, heal, heal. Good healing word. No need to fade. Again, no need to fade, but this is experience. RG bait. Stuff happens. This is a mechanical thing. When he blades, Mei uses shift. Understand that if he cannot target Mei, he's going to search for another target. You walking in front line to kill up your team. Over here. This is one of those moments that you realize the second you die that you made a mistake. Just run back. If you walk in front, even if you walk in front and try to heal up your team so you don't die from the enemy team, if you walk too much in front and you die, your team is not going to get the heal that you were trying to get in the first place, right? So you should have just guided back, wait for Genji, we stay in a safe spot, stay outside of blade range, and you should have been fine. You, like, literally just a little bit in the back, you would have had heal and fade, and then maybe you could have won the team fight based on that. Good thing that you're going left side, a lot of people just go right side. So it's good that you're taking multiple angles. Nothing you can do overall in that section. You know how this feels? This feels literally like a standard Diamond to Master gameplay for a healer. Even low GM, I would say. The more I watch VODs like this and the more I'm going to watch is literally the things that a lot of people ignore. As in, try to get the most out of certain things. Try to get the most out of your damage orb by throwing it early in the beginning. Try to understand when to damage and when to heal more. You didn't have that problem. You're spamming shields when you should be spamming shields. You're maybe over healing a little bit, but that's because you don't play that much MOIRA or that much support in general. Like, you're going to understand after 10, 50, 100 hours and understand how much heal you need to do. And also, I think that I helped explain how Moira's heal works, so overhealing will not be that much of a problem later on. And other than that, so far it's okay-ish. It's all about the primary thing so far is literally that ultimate with Genji and trying to carry by creating space with yourself. With the way you're positioned, understanding. Good fade, problem though. This is a sniper map. There might be a widow waiting here. There might be a widow waiting here. So be very careful when fading like this. You can fade over here and throw a damage orb right here instead of walking here. You can get headshotted and then waste a mercy rest because of that. So be aware of that. And by the way, that's experience. That's literally what you need to keep an eye out for in higher ratings. Good spamming the Sigma shield, and I cannot insist how much this matters. Spam the fucking shield. Always spam, spam, spam if you don't need to heal. Understanding that you throw the damage orb there because there's no need to keep your healing orb. A lot of Moiras don't understand that. Out of... Wait, let's play the whole... Another thing, see? Fade without any threat. Zarya's over here, Sigma's over here, nobody nearby, just use fade. Even if Genji dashes to you, bro, 50 damage with dash, melee, 80 and a couple of shurikens, it's... If he doesn't have perfect aim, you're probably gonna have enough time to fade. Right after the dash. If you have the option in targeting a tank or a DPS or a healer, always target the healer, then the DPS, then the tank, if the DPS doesn't have the ultimate available, or is not a DPS that can kill your entire team by just being able to survive. In this case, Genji will be able to kill your team from this scenario, but if anybody gets under 50 HP, which is highly unlikely considering that Hanzo died and can't body shot and Zarya is not full charge to right click somebody off the face of the planet, to make them very low. So you're better off right now, instead of focusing Sigma, focusing the Genji to try and force his cooldowns or try and force him out of position. Because like you have the option. I know it sounds very small. It goes like, yeah, but I would have tickled him like two. Half a second. 10 damage, 20 damage. In that 10 or 20 damage, he might have gotten scared walking into the server room, not throwing 3 shurikens and getting extra ultimate charge. Everything matters. Everything matters. Oh, look at the Genji. Again, damage orb or heal orb, then fade. Don't be scared. Genji, no dash, no nothing. Damage orb. If he throw the damage orb and he deflects the damage orb, you're not gonna die from it. You're just gonna waste the deflect and maybe Widow's gonna get a kill because of that. He would have died here. Like, this would have been an easy kill. Dashes into... Like, be more aware of certain cooldowns, so to say. How are you aware of that? By playing the heroes and by understanding what they need to do in order to kill you. If Tracer uses Recall, for example, and use 3 blinks on you, it's obvious that you're going to force the Tracer because she doesn't have that much cooldowns. If Genji dashes to you, no kill happens. He dashed to you because he thought he would get you under 50 HP. Like dash, right click, then dash out. That's what he wanted to do because you had 78 HP. But see how hard that is? To healing, get some heal, kite back. Instead of healing, by the way, no range, and again, literally just experience. Just right click the Genji away. He would have probably died with a little bit of Zarya zap also. Damage orb here, a small mistake. Rushing it to the right side, it's obvious. Just spam it to the left. Good thing you're playing in cover. Genji dashed. You hear the dash? You don't hear a kill? Genji doesn't have dash. If you hear a dash and he has a kill, he probably has dash again because he has dash. Instead, you can see in the top right corner if he assisted at that kill or not. For example, Genji shurikens Zarya to less than half HP and the Hanzo gets the kill. Genji dashed before the Zarya died. But in the top right corner, it appears that Genji got the kill, Hanzo got the kill and Genji assisted. Genji has dash again. If he dashed, nobody dies, he doesn't have dash. Dashed in, turn around, look at him. Where is he? He died eventually, and that was it. Again, when Genji dashes, it's very easy to kill, especially with Moira, it's very easy to track him. Get slip, no problem, fade. Primary goal is try to get your ultimate, and right now, test of patience. If you're in desperate need of your ultimate, then use it. If you don't need to heal instantly and your team is not going to take that much damage, you can wait a bit. Like if nobody's low, you can wait a bit, get your damage orb or healing orb, but damage orb mostly because otherwise you would ultimate early. And then damage orb and ultimate. Let's see what happens. Good. Proud of you. Wait 1 extra second, throw a damage orb over there or over there, then ultimate. By the way, good that you're constantly moving, always like subconsciously moving around walls. I'm not insisting on stuff like this because it's obvious that you know it, but for people that are unaware, always have cover, always look for cover. Good understanding here about throwing the damage orb. Get stunned. Good fade when Genji dashes. Sigma or Genji. Punish the Genji. Look at Genji's HP. You see the Genji? Use dash. So look. Slow motion. This is how your brain needs to think, especially against Genji, because it's very hard for him to be played in this meta. So he dashed to you. He didn't get a kill. You wanna recharge your heal by shooting. You tried to heal the Zarya. This is mechanical thing, by the way. Missing her with these sticks happens to everybody. Even Overwatch League players fuck this up. This is again just the fact that we haven't played a lot as high rank players. We haven't played a lot of Moira, so don't be hard on yourself by missing these heals. Shit happens. Again, like small problem with experience, with knowing mechanics. Over here, like you see, you're undecisive. You're either healing the Zarya or you're doing damage. Like decide. even if your view it like this, dude. Even if your Zarya dies, if they're low enough, you can win the team fight by killing them. Or you can heal up the Zarya. If you think, like, it's like this. In the perfect world, if you think you can keep the Zarya up alive to kill the other two, then it's worth to do so if she doesn't have ultimate. If she has ultimate, then who gives a fuck? If you want to be a star, just kill people out. But over here, it's more important to keep the Zarya alive, so she gets her ultimate for the next team fight. And yeah, see, like, they're running away from you and stuff like that. You're trying so hard to like walk around the Zarya and stuff. This is like the life of a healer, and then you die from a MOIRA orb because of it. This is just literally very fucking unlucky. If you see that the tank is not playing with you, and that the tank, it's the tank's requirement to walk in the LOS of the healer, it's not the requirement of the healer to walk in the LOS of the tank. That's like two different things that also happen in high ranked. A lot of people go like, no, I need to be healed, you need to come to me, and I don't agree with that. I go like, no, you need to play under my limits, because if I die and I'm in a bad spot because of your positioning, then you're not gonna have heals anyway. So, what I would have done, Sigma's quite low, would have just probably walked to the left side and just pocket the Zarya. Over here, to be completely honest, if I walked here and I saw Genji's HP, I would just right click the Genji. He dies, my Zarya dies, we're gonna 2v2, Sigma versus MOIRA and Sigma versus MOIRA. The MOIRA is going to come back quite low. I think she went and took the mini. It's only Sigma, your Sigma has full HP, you're like this. So from a mechanical point of view again, I would have walked here like you, would have missed the healing, then I would have tapped the Genji, and then I would have been in a 2 versus 1, because MOIRA just came back from spawn. This is just experience, literally. If you can get the kills, it's like running a perfect strategy. This is how you need to view it. If the strategy is to do certain thing at a certain moment with this combo, but you can win the team fight without doing that and just being full YOLO, nobody will flame you, bro. Nobody would flame you. Like, if at this moment your Zarya would die, it being ranked, if you kill the Genji and kill the Sigma after, who gives a fuck? You won the team fight, you pushed it. If you would have been to execute it perfectly, walk a bit to the left, see if Zarya is smart enough to walk in your line of sight. See the Genji low, kill the Genji low, then be safe, use your own cooldowns to survive, and pocket the Sigma to kill the enemy Sigma. Because eventually, see, like, Zarya got the kills anyway. But you died because of that. That could have turned around quite ugly. Imagine if MOIRA threw a healing orb to heal up the Genji instead of a damage orb to kill you. That would have been a one team fight for them. About healing and damage orb things. By the way, when kills like this are staggered, it's better to like kill them as late as possible. So if somebody's in the old spawn, the more it takes for you to kill them, the better it is. Very proud of you, push, not staying on the payload in this case and just pushing up a little bit. I have no idea who's pushing, but still. It's very good that you're trying to apply pressure. You're actually a very aggressive MOIRA for somebody that doesn't play healer that much. Melody, MOIRA no fade, try to force her down, seeing target selection there. Healing up a bit the enemy's area, we've all done that, no problem. Even if you waste your resource meter here, who gives a fuck? You're gonna have it back up again. Opa! Look at this. One cool indicator when playing with a Mercy is the fact that you can see her HP even if you don't see her. You can see the small bar and understand if she needs healing or not. She's right to you, you see the Genji low, you see the damage starting ticking, turn around, throw the healing orb towards her. Try and heal her up. She would have died anyway, by the way, but I think she would have been at the edge of the dragon if you threw the healing orb and she could have survived. So, yeah. Like, be aware of her. Good thing that you traded, it's a 1-for-1. Let's see this. Use fade, good, good, good. Heal up. Good ultimate, good usage of cover. See the Hanzo left side. Try not to contest the Hanzo that much because he can kill you quite easily and your teammate is very low onto the right side. Eventually it all came around quite well. It just missed up a couple of bit of heal. But if you didn't chase the Hanzo, you would have been able probably to keep the full Chuck Zeg alive and she would have been able to get some kills. So, in this case, when you're ulting with MOIRA, be aware of what can stop you from ulting. You can get stopped by very easy crowd control, or by getting headshotted. Who can headshot you? Hanzo can headshot you. Widow can headshot you. Who can stun you? More often, McCree stuns, and Sigma's Rock is used non-stop. If you watch Overwatch League playoffs right now, if the enemy Moira has ult, the enemy Sigma will keep the Rock as it has a huge hitbox to try and stop the ultimate. So over here, try and pocket people instead of trying to go for damage, especially against the Hanzo, as he can kill you. Doomfist, of course, yeah, that's also not a person you need to keep an eye out for. Just those were like the examples at the top of my head. Anyway, kill them up, damage the Genji. Okay, no problem. Being aggressive, again, this might cost you, but being aggressive like this, like, I really applaud this effort. Good. You know, this is actually good. Like, if you play more and understand what I told you so far, you can see a lot of improvement. Let's continue, see how it is. Genji dashes again, like, don't be that scared. See where he dashed, understand that what he needs to do to you. You have Valk, even if you die, you have rest, no problem. Your fade is your most important cooldown. Good. You can bounce it like that, or you can bounce it to the right or to the left side. Use bubble. Heal them up, chase the Genji. Heal him a bit, then chase the Genji. He's squishy, he doesn't have any cooldowns. The Zarya use friendly bubble. Your team, even if somebody dies, your Mercy is going to have res in that case. So far, as a trend for you specifically, and maybe for some people in chat, a general trend is understanding what is killable and what is not killable and how you can take it for free. For example, you're being a Pharah and you see a Mercy isolated without anybody nearby to fly to. She doesn't have Valk. Just kill the Mercy with your Pharah rockets. Genji dashes through, you're Moira, under not any threat, just kill the Genji. Another example. Winston jumps in, you're playing Reaper, doesn't have ultimate, nobody around you, free kill, bro. That's what you need to do. Like, recognize certain patterns like this. You're playing Tracer, Ana no nade, Ana no sleep, go kill Diana. She needs 3 shots or 2 shots and a melee to kill you. With Tracer you have 3 dashes and stuff like that. Or another thing, that for example, if you play Sigma and the enemy team has Baptiste or has Beat, you're gonna go like, try to force Beat, try to force Immortality Field, so I can use Baptiste's ultimate, as those are like the main context for it. Kind of like the same, this is how the game evolves in high rank gameplay. All the time. Genji no deflect, bro, when he blades, okay bro, I can use sleep, bro. Like small things like this are the ones that are improving, that help you improve. Again, lack of range, this is you not playing that much Moira, it's okay. You don't need that much heal, you eventually clean them up. Any Moira you watch right now, no matter who it is, you're gonna see that you will never find perfect resource management in anybody, because it's a very hard hero to adjust to understanding the resources completely, the same as Baptiste, to balance with his damage and healing. It's very hard when you have healers that can swap resources like this. Very good, by the way, considering the fact that I don't know if you kept track of the blade, he always had fade for his blade, so that's very good. Understand where he dashes to. He dashed to Widow. Right now, he's probably going to dash. If he was smart, he would have waited and dashed to you and kill you. But right now, he's just targeting to kill up your teammates. If he was smart, like, he dashed to somebody else, you don't need to fade. Kill that person, dash to you, fade, and then he doesn't have dash again, you know? Yeah, Zol, I'm sure of it. Ultimate was not needed, but again, it's an experience related thing. Heal up the Symmetra in this case. Walking on high ground, still playing with some cover. Everybody's full HP, throw a damage orb in. See? You don't use the orb, you don't. Good, use the orb, but 2 or 3 seconds, you didn't use the orb, you could have had it again. Oh, that's a very nice TP. And Zaga over there. Heal them up, that's it. You have to heal up the Moira. Oh, damage orb, and see Diana over there in the corner. Throw the damage orb. The fight is won. When you win the team fight, it's more important to if you're right at the end of pushing the payload, it doesn't matter with how many people you finish pushing the payload with. What matters is you kill them as fast as possible so they don't have another recontest. Even if you're the only one alive pushing the payload, nobody will give a fuck. So throw the damage orb in this case instead of the healing orb to try to kill Tiana over there or force a grenade or her sleep dart. Because like right now, if you would have thrown the damage orb, you would have gotten antied over here in this tunnel. You would have just like, yeah, that's it. Like just a small thing. Anyway, this is a long game, dude. Let's continue. Again with Moira, playing with Reaper, Symmetra, Zara. Again, you stay with your tanks, that's what you gotta do. Against the enemy team comp, be careful not getting headshotted by Hanzo. Playing behind Sigma Shield and behind walls in general. And be aware of where Doomfist can get to you. Let's see what happens. In the beginning, with the damage orb. Throw it 1 or 2 seconds earlier. Walk back, okay, no problem. You don't have a shield, so you need to be more safe in your space right now because you can get killed quite easily, okay? Like, it's a very easy angle for snipers because you don't have any shield. So you need to play like in a more safe spot, like here would be very good by crouch spamming or even past the blue box because you have fate to reposition. That dude dies. Everybody's full HP. You can throw the healing orb and go a bit more aggressive, or you can throw the damage orb and be a bit more passive. Why throw the healing orb and be more aggressive? Because you're going to want to get the full benefit out of it, but considering the enemy team, you don't know the team comp as you haven't seen the entire enemy team composition and you only killed the Doomfist and you only saw the Winston and probably the Diva, you can see the enemy team comp 15 seconds in. So in this particular case, you're better off throwing the damage orb and just staying behind shields instead of walking in front. Let's see if you do that. You stay behind, you're not using your orb, throw the damage orb, stay behind. Bravo. The team fight is won. Just to make sure, fade to cleanse the anti-nade effect so you don't get damaged that fast because you don't need fade for anything else. Good usage of damage orb. Reposition yourself in a good spot. Your tanks are two in front over here. Always take care of your tanks. Like look where they are. Olaf agrees with you. Again, playing with cover. Meow to you too. Right click, right click, right click. You have a shield. You almost have ult. Last team fight. Probably heal them up. Heal orb over there for the Mercy. That was a good intention. I don't know what Mercy was doing there. It's not your fault. Using your ultimate for extra pressure because you recognize that it might be winnable even if you're in a 5 vs 6. Good, it's a 5 vs 5. Don't focus the enemy Moira if nobody else is focusing her when she's ulting. Try to focus somebody else. You're probably not gonna kill her because she has 50 HP per second regeneration anyway. So healing them up. You're gonna lose this team fight though. You get out. And Olaf is here and I think you're going to win the next team fight. Go there, go. Good that you didn't fade there because we recognize that the punch would hit. Would hit Doom. Go, stay here. We need to win the team fight. Damage orb, damage orb, damage orb in front. Right now you would have had 6 seconds remaining on damage orbs, recognizing when to throw damage orb and throw it faster. Faster decision making, so to say, which comes with experience. Positioning is good. Good that you targeted somebody that was low just for a little bit. Good, team fight is won. Nothing too important here. Okay, let's watch the attack. Bro, can you stay here? See in the beginning. You have a Sigma shield, so you're not that exposed, but even when you walk this exposed, my advice for you is try to spam crouch as much as possible so you don't get easily headshotted, like don't jump. As an extra tip for cover, you're better off, by the way, on this section of the map, considering that you only have like this much height of the payload cover. Wait, what? Pepega? Okay, considering you only have like this much height of the payload cover, you're better off just staying from here as you can have the barrels over here as extra cover until you push the payload. Okay, so instead of going to the left side, if you go to the left side, you only have the payload as cover. If you go over here, you have the payload and the barrels, and you can also look for a cheeky flank instead of hugging the left side. Almost everybody hugs the right side. Good thing that you spam crouch a bit. Spamming the shield, somebody dies. Not fading instantly, which I'm proud of, but no problemo. You felt under threat, so it's better to fade if you feel under threat rather than not fading. So that's good. Spamming the shield, killing up your team. If they're down somebody, just literally if your team is full, just throw the damage orb, walking in front. You can also play, by the way, a thing with Moira is you can also play a lot of pressure. If you watch a lot of my gameplay, you're gonna see that I'm literally sometimes face tanking with Moira. Symmetra can't do anything to me in this case. McCree use stun. The only thing that can probably fuck me over is Sigma's rock, but Sigma's on high ground. If somebody's below, I'm just going to walk in front of them. When I feel low, I'm going to fade out. It's mostly about confidence in the hero you're playing. Over here, you played a little bit passive. You can just be more aggressive by walking in front. I'll give you an example. The enemy team, your 3 versus 2, the enemy team has Ana with 0 cooldowns and Mercy. Walk in front, slap them, kiss them, what? And then when you're low, if you're low, use fade. If not, yeah. Like, be more aggressive, be more aggressive. You see, when you watch me and I literally sometimes I walk in their spawn, dude, because I know they can't do anything to me. That's the thing with Moira. Over here, like if you walk in front, this is a bad decision. You can get stunned, you can get pulled, you can get rocked. Out of pull, you can fade. Out of rock, you can stun, you can do, and make his flashbang, you can't do anything. So this would be a bad idea to push in front. Now you're in advance. Those 2 are dead, still no stuns, but you want to stay on the payload to push it extra until the enemy recontest. Somebody's on payload, you get kills. Now you can go full YOLO. Wait for a bit, throw the damage orb before, so you can win the team fight faster. And that's about it. Well, this was a long VOD review. First one, I'm sorry about it. I told you it will take a very long time. So, my advice for you is literally, Moira is mostly the same as Baptiste. Play them as much as possible. Your Moira is good for Diamond and Master level. Not that good for probably GM, as GM players tend to recognize certain scenarios that they can profit from better than you at the moment. For example, Genji used dash. I can kill him quite easily. I cannot heal my Orisa and Sigma through Genji's blade, so I'm going to try to look for kills and stuff like that. And also cooldown management was okay, apart from the fact where you said that you were aware that they had nano blade, you called it out, but you didn't keep the fade for it. Experience with fading comes with time, and overall, honestly, that's about it. I don't know about the callouts, as this is the replay. You said that you said basic callouts. Apart from the fact that you're without juice, you have coalescence and maybe ult cracking for the enemy team and calling out if somebody's behind or stuff like that, then you're all good. What I want to insist on for you, and you can get more value out of your games, especially if you said that you talk in games, is call out cooldowns. Genji use dash, Genji no dash, Genji no deflect. Winston no jump, Moira no fade, Ana no sleep, Ana no nade. Just add extra flavor to this. Smart players will understand.